For the first time since Hulk Hogan's passing, WWE executive Bruce Prichard is speaking publicly about the final hours of Hogan's life, and what he revealed is emotional, shocking, and far more personal than anyone expected. Today on Grapple Talk, we're breaking down Prichard's first-hand account of Hogan's last communication, the moment he learned the tragic news, and what really happened behind the scenes in WWE. Let's get into it. Recently, Bruce Prichard returned to his podcast, Something to Wrestle With, and for the first time, talked in depth about the passing of Hulk Hogan. Prichard said that just hours before Hogan died, he had no reason to think things were getting worse. He'd been speaking with Eric Bischoff, who told him Hulk was, quote, optimistic and, quote, doing good, sounding like he had just turned the corner. Believing things were improving, Prichard sent Hogan a supportive text that night. Prayers, encouragement, and ending with, I love you. Nobody expected what was coming just hours later. The next morning, as Prichard was heading into work, Bischoff called him. Hogan was being rushed by ambulance after suffering cardiac arrest. Prichard was blindsided. Quote, what the F? What happened between last night and now? And then, while they were still on the phone, Bischoff received the text. Hulk Hogan had passed away. Prichard said saying the words out loud, quote, Hulk passed this morning, made the loss real for the first time. He broke down in tears, describing it as surreal, sudden, and devastating. Even through shock, Prichard and the rest of the WWE creative team had to pivot immediately into tribute mode. Within minutes, they began planning how WWE would honor Hogan on TV that week. The video packages, the memorial graphics, and the tone of the shows. Behind the scenes, people were crying, stunned, but still determined to do right by one of the most important performers in WWE history. Speaking about Hulk's funeral 12 days later, Prichard called the service a beautiful thing. Vince McMahon attended despite reportedly being in a car accident the very same morning that Hogan passed away, showing just how much the Hulk meant to him. Vince delivered what Prichard described as the best tribute of the day, a simple, heartfelt request for everyone to give Hogan one final ovation, complete with Hogan's trademark ear-cupping pose. Prichard also emphasized Hogan's decades of charity work, especially with Make-A-Wish, saying Hogan knew how many kids looked up to him, and he embraced that role until the end. These first comments from Bruce Prichard pull back the curtain in a rare way. We don't often hear executives talk about the emotional side of losing a legend, the confusion, the grief, and the sadness. Hogan wasn't just a top guy, he changed wrestling. Hearing someone who worked with him for decades recount those final hours reminds us how deeply connected everyone in this business is. Bruce Prichard's comments don't try to reshape Hulk Hogan's public image. Instead, they paint a rare and deeply personal picture of Hogan's final hours, the conversations that were shared, and the way Vince McMahon and those closest to him processed the loss. It's a side of Hogan we almost never hear about, and it's clear these moments hit the people around him hard. And when you step back, Hogan's overall legacy is huge. For decades, he was the face of wrestling, inspiring millions, breaking barriers, and helping transform WWE into a global powerhouse. He did tremendous charitable work, and for an entire generation of fans, he was wrestling. But his story also came with controversies and very public missteps, especially in recent years, things that undeniably affect how some people viewed him. Still, his impact on the industry, for better or worse, is part of wrestling history forever. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. How do you see Hogan's legacy today? And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out more of what's coming up right here on Grapple Talk.